In pursuit of sharing technical knowledge and to support new engineering entrants, I, Pranav, will be presenting today's presentation on Power Transformer Part 84. As the topic is of the continuation, so for your convenience, the link of the previous session is given under the description box. Let's start with conceptual points from dielectric relaxation. Dielectric relaxation is a phenomenon in which a material's dielectric constant shows a time-dependent delay or lag in response to an applied alternating electric field. This lag arises because dipoles within the material cannot instantly align with the rapidly changing field due to internal friction and molecular inertia. The key idea centers on this delayed response, which is governed by the relaxation time tau and depends on the material's internal structure, intermolecular interactions, and thermal motion of its molecules. Dielectric relaxation is important for understanding the physical and structural dynamics of dielectric materials. It provides insight into their energy storage capability, energy dissipation, and overall behavior under high frequency or transient electric fields. Now, points to be enunciated. Number one, delayed reorientation of permanent dipoles in a dielectric material as they attempt to align with an external alternating electric field is a critical phenomenon known as dielectric relaxation or dipolar, that is orientation, polarization lag. Relaxation time tau is the most fundamental parameter in dielectric relaxation. Relaxation time is the most fundamental parameter of dielectric relaxation. It represents the characteristic time required for dipoles to reorient toward alignment after an electric field is applied and return to a random distribution while the field is removed or field is withdrawn. Basic concept of relaxation time tau is hereunder. Alternating electric field applied, dipoles start to align over time tau. Electric field withdrawn or removed, then dipoles randomize over time, that is also tau. The relaxation time tau is indeed directly related to the occurrence of maximum dielectric loss in dielectric relaxation. The maximum dielectric loss occurs at a frequency F max, known as the relaxation frequency, where the applied electric field frequency is inversely proportional to the relaxation time tau. From the fundamental relation, the condition for maximum dielectric loss is given by omega max tau equals to 1. Omega max, omega is the angular frequency. That's why omega equals to twice pi f max into tau equals to 1. F max equals to 1 by twice by tau. When the frequency of the alternating electric field equals to 1 by twice by tau, the dipoles in the material can no longer keep up with the field reversals and exhibit phase lag. This lag, if it is such that the energy absorption is maximized with higher heat dissipation, resulting in maximum, that is, peak dielectric loss. Key implication of relaxation time tau with applied field frequency. Number one, condition for maximum dielectric loss does not occur when the frequency matches 1 by twice by tau. Instead, it occurs when omega max tau equals to 1. The relaxation time tau is suffixed as how quickly dipoles can respond to a changing dielectric field. Mathematical expression of relaxation frequency Fr equals to 1 by twice by tau. From the above expression, it can be concluded A lower relaxation time tau of the dipole moment signifies a faster reorientation or randomization of dipoles in a material. A higher relaxation time tau of the dipole moment signifies that it takes longer for dipole moments to reorient or return to equilibrium after an external electric field is removed. The frequency of an applied field is a critical factor of determining how effectively molecular dipoles in a dielectric can align with and follow changes in the field direction. At low frequency region, dipoles have sufficient time to orient themselves, can allow them to effectively follow the changes in the field direction. This leads to high orientational polarization, while dipole moments align parallel to the electric field, contributing to a high dielectric constant. Since the dipoles respond almost in phase with the applied field, that is, the phase lag is very small, the energy lost due to thermal relaxation is minimal. Consequently, the dielectric dissipation factor tan delta is low compared to its value at the relaxation frequency. These 2 points are very important. Since the dipoles respond almost in phase with the applied field, that is, the phase lag is very small, the energy lost due to thermal relaxation is minimal. Consequently, the dielectric dissipation factor tan delta is low compared to its value at the relaxation frequency, Fr. Intermediate frequency region. At intermediate frequency region, close to the relaxation frequency, dipoles do not have sufficient time to completely reorient before the electric field reverse direction. As a result, dipole motion begins to lag behind the applied field, producing a significant phase difference. This phase lag leads to increased internal friction and maximum energy dissipation in the form of heat, that is, dielectric loss. Although orientational polarization starts to decrease, but it is not negligible. Thus, the dielectric constant is moderately reduced compared to its low frequency value. High frequency region. A high frequency at high frequencies of the applied electric field, dipoles do not have sufficient time to reorient themselves in response to the rapidly changing electric field. As a result, they are unable to follow the field variations effectively. This leads to a very small or negligible orientational polarization, causing the dielectric constant to decrease significantly. Since the dipoles hardly respond, the phase lag becomes less meaningful in terms of energy exchange, and the energy dissipation, that is dielectric loss, decreases compared to its maximum value at the relaxation frequency. Relationship between relaxation time tau of the dipoles and frequency, if frequency f or angular frequency omega equals to twice pi f of an applied electric field is fundamental to dielectric relaxation, determining how a material's polarization lags behind the field. Relationship between relaxation time tau of the dipoles and frequency f or angular frequency omega is equal to twice pi f of an applied electric field is fundamental to dielectric relaxation, determining how materials polarization lags behind the field. Number one, the peak energy dissipation occurs when the frequency of the alternating field matches the internal relaxation time, that is f equals to applied field frequency f equals to internal relaxation rate, that is Fr of the dipoles, that is Fr equals to twice pi tau. Therefore, omega max tau equals to 1 is the fundamental condition for maximum dielectric loss, specifically the loss factor. Polarization mechanisms and frequency dependence are interrelated because each type of polarization requires a finite response, time rather, to align with an applied electric field. This response time is characterized by a relaxation time tau. As a result, each mechanism can only operate effectively within a within a certain frequency range of the applied field. Now, applied frequency and polarization characteristics. At low frequency, that is f is less than 1 by tau, where relationship is omega tau is less than 1, then polarization characteristics that can be exhibited, the orientation of the field is slow. Number two, dipoles have sufficient time to align with the field. Number three, the orientation polarization keeps up with the field. Dielectric material displays its static permittivity epsilon s with low dielectric loss. The second criteria, applied frequency, matches the resonance frequency of the polarization mechanism. That is, resonance frequency Fr is, is equal to 1 by tau. Relationship omega tau equivalent to 1. Polarization characteristics, then, the material's ability to polarize temporarily maximizes and then fails to follow the field. Number 2, because dipoles lag behind the field's reversal by a quarter cycle, causing maximum energy dissipation as heat, resulting in the peak dielectric loss. Number 3, after this resonance frequency is surpassed, the specific mechanism, as for example, ionic, that is ionic, can no longer keep up with the field, leading to a sudden decrease in the dielectric constant, that is real part of the permittivity. You know, the permittivity is a complex quantity, that is, one is real part, another is imaginary part. I will discuss it in later on. At high frequency, that is, F is greater than 1 by tau, that is relationship 1 by omega tau is greater than 1. Polarization characteristics, the field changes too quickly. Number 2, the dipoles cannot reorient in time and fail to follow the field. Number 3, polarization drops and the dielectric constant approaches its high frequency high frequency limit. Permittivity drops again with low dielectric loss. Key implication of relaxation time tau with variation of temperature. Relaxation time tau of the dipoles represents the time required for dipolar polarization to reach equilibrium after the removal or change of an external electric field. Typically has an inverse relationship with temperature. As temperature increases, it provides additional thermal energy to molecules, increasing their kinetic energy and enhancing molecular motion. This increased molecular motion enables dipoles to reorient more rapidly in response to changes in an external electric field, thereby accelerating the relaxation process. Consequently, the relaxation time tau decreases with increasing temperature. In case of liquid dielectrics, a decrease in temperature results in higher viscosity, which restricts the rotational mobility of the dipole molecules. However, dielectric relaxation depends on the ability of these dipoles to rotate and align with an oscillating external electric field. As higher viscosity hinders this rotation, the dipoles take a longer time to align with the field, thereby increasing the relaxation time tau. It can thus be concluded that dielectric relaxation in liquid dielectrics is governed by the temperature dependent fluidity or viscosity of the medium, which controls the rotational mobility of dipole molecules. Most important. Variation of relaxation phenomena with change of viscosity. Loss tan delta occurs when dipole oscillations, that is polarization, are out of phase with the applied oscillating electric field. Loss, that is dielectric loss, tan delta occurs when dipole oscillations, that is polarization, are out of phase with the applied oscillating electric field. This dielectric phase, phase lag rather, this dielectric phase lag reflects the system's inability to respond instantaneously due to molecular inertia and fictional or fictional effects rather in viscous state. The peak energy dissipation or maximum dielectric loss occurs when the frequency of the alternating field aligns with the natural reorientation frequency, that is FR, of the dipoles, which is inversely related to their relaxation time tau. The natural reorientation frequency of the dipoles is represented as Fr equals to 1 by twice pi tau. The mathematical expression is usually made in terms of angular frequency, that is omega equals to twice pi Fr. At this frequency, the energy absorption per cycle is maximized because the dipoles are neither fully able to follow the applied alternating field, that is low frequency limit, nor completely unable to respond with that field, high frequency limit. These two limits, one low frequency limit, another is high frequency limit. The physical interpretations that are to be categorized: A, in low viscosity medium, dipoles can reorient quickly and their relaxation time tau is small. So, the peak loss occurs at higher frequencies. In a high viscosity medium, strong intermolecular forces and friction that increase the relaxation time tau of the dipoles, shifting the loss peak to power frequencies, shifting the loss peak to lower frequencies. Under an alternating electric field, dipole molecules attempt to continuously reorient in response to the changing field direction. In a highly viscous medium, this rotational motion experiences a damping effect due to viscous drag, which opposes the motion of the dipoles. Number 9, strong intermolecular interactions in such environments increase the effective viscosity, thereby creating significant resistance to the molecular motion. Molecular rotation rather. As a result, the system exhibits sluggish dynamics characterized by a longer relaxation time. Number 11, the applied electric field exerts to torque on the dipoles, causing them to rotate toward alignment with the field. However, because of viscous resistance, this reorientation lags behind the field. Due to this lag, part of the energy supplied by the electric field is irreversibly dissipated as thermal energy through frictional losses associated with dipole rotation. This is the origin of dielectric loss. It is thus to be concluded that the dielectric loss arises because again I repeat, the dielectric loss arises because dipole reorientation under an oscillating field is hindered by viscous drag, leading to a phase lag and conversion of field energy into heat. Highly viscous material have long relaxation time, making the lagging behavior more pronounced at lower frequencies compared to less viscous materials. Strong intermolecular forces causes higher viscosity. Strong intermolecular forces tends to higher viscosity than larger relaxation time. Larger relaxation time if lower relaxation frequency. At F is equivalent to FR, phase lag is minus 45 degree and dielectric loss tan delta is maximum. Let's stop here. Further to be continued at later stage. Thank you for listening the video. Kindly do like, share and subscribe. Your subscriptions would encourage to post more videos. Also share your comments or feedbacks inside the dedicated comment section. If you have any suggestion or specific topic you want, then let me know in the comment section, please. Thank you. Thank you for patient hearing.